Welcome to The Bold Book of the Day with Dr. Denise Nicholson, a show that is a central hub and safe space for authors to share their stories. The Bold Book with Dr. Denise begins now.
Hello, my name is Dr. Denise Nicholson, and this podcast is for anyone looking for inspiration. Today's guest is a woman on a mission, and she is all yours today. She's a powerhouse. She's not just helping people budget, but she's helping them save more and giving them a transformative mindset while guiding them through their relationship with money. She's the brilliant, best-selling author of The Money Confidence Code. Welcome, Janeil Pierre.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dr. Denise. It is such a pleasure to be here with you.
Oh my goodness, I could not wait to have you because this is what we need to talk about in this season, okay? And you have this groundbreaking book that blends emotional healing, spiritual alignment, and practical financial wisdom. This is what we need in this time. So I couldn't wait. Let me tell you, I was counting down the days to get you here because there's a bigger audience out there, and I know that you have some answers. So first of all, let's start in at the beginning, okay?
Yes.
What inspired you to write this book, The Money Confidence Code? And was there a personal money struggle that sparked this mission for you?
100% yes. 100% yes. So what sparked the book? Let's do that one first.
Yes.
I was in I've been helping people with money since 2012. After experiencing my own financial turmoil and then recovery from that turmoil, I decided I didn't want anybody else to feel the way I felt. And so I started helping people with money, budgeting, savings, all the things since 2012. And once I retired from the military in 2019, I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do with my life? I was like, I know I don't want to work as hard as I was working in the military because now I have injuries and like physical limitations. What do I want to do? So I decided to use the skill that I was using all along and turn that into a business, which is helping people with their money, helping people make more money, manage their money better, multiply their money, all of the things, right?
Yes.
And I worked with, over the years, I picked up a lot of skills to add to that because your money problem is never a money problem. So over the years, I picked up more and more skills to help my clients get more and more results. And I worked with this one particular client, and before working with her, I met her, and she said to me, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, very accomplished woman. She said to me, I really want to be wealthy, but I don't think I'm deserving of it.
Oh, how many of us out there is just going through the same motions? You want something, but you're fighting yourself. You're ambivalent.
Yeah. There was this internal struggle of deservingness. And so I worked with her for a while to help her get past that, and she did. And at the end of it, a couple months after, she sent me testimony. Now, at this point, I already have all of my frameworks down. I'm doing all the things. And she sends me this testimony in the middle of me working to put together a program to help even more. Because I was doing one-on-one coaching. And of course, one-on-one coaching, you can only do but so many of it before you burn out.
Yeah.
So while I was in the process of putting together this program, something said, check your email. And I checked my email. And there it was, her testimony. And it blew me away. Like I just sat there looking at her testimony. And I was just like, tears, gratitude, just emotions took over me. And I'm like, this is it. I cracked the code. This is it. This is what I want every single person that comes to me, that works with me, that sits in my presence. This is what I want for every single person.
Yes.
And that's how the Money Confidence Code was born.
Okay.
I started working on the program and immediately started working on the book.
Yes. Wow. And then your personal struggle that sparked some, the mission of I need to write this book?
Mhm.
Is it just because of her, or because of your testimony and you seeing how much of a difference you made in her life?
Her life was the icing on the cake. I
You
already
cracked the
knew.
code. You figured
Yes,
this
this is it.
is
Like,
the
this
money
is the
confidence code.
yes.
Oh
That was her
wow.
working with her, meeting her, working with her, and getting her testimony. And recently, it came. I love full circle moments because it came full circle for me. A couple weeks ago, she reached out to me out of the blue and she said, "I'm coming to
Mm,
San Antonio with my daughter. I would
mm,
love to see you." And I got so excited because I just knew it inside of me. I just knew this was going to be a great meeting. So I'm like, just
yeah.
tell me when, just tell me the time. I don't care what I have to do. I'm coming to meet you. And we met up. She had her adult daughter with her, just beautiful mother and daughter duo. And she gave me all the things that's happened since working with me. And I was like,
Wow.
she bought a house. She has drastically her confidence went from here to here. Like you're just looking at this brand new person, this
Y-
brand new person that's just full of confidence and making money moves with confidence that she wasn't she hadn't yet learned how to do before. So it's like she is just like she's just my person, and to be able to sign the book, give her the book, take pictures with her, it just came full.
Wow, full circle.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just, and I'm like, everybody needs this. And that's when the book is an easy thing. The book is $25. That's an easy spend. We spend more than
Yes.
that at the drive through and the food don't even last as long. So the book was birthed, even though I was doing this work for what, 7, 8, like about 10 years before
Mm-hmm.
ever writing the book, or maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Just her transformation was
Wow.
to me.
So you have found your purpose. You say that money is more than numbers, and she was like a living testimony that it's more than numbers.
It's
It's
more.
emotional, it's
Mhm. It's
personal,
mental, it's
it's even
spiritual.
spiritual. Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you unpack that for me?
Of course. So when we think about money, money is probably the only thing on the face of the earth that comes along with so many opinions and so many
Mm.
beliefs and so much judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have this much, then nothing else on the face of this earth comes with that. And so all throughout our lives, we're getting all of these money messages.
Yeah.
All of these money messages. Money is the root of all evil. It's easier for a rich man for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven.
Mm-mm.
Rich people are greedy. Rich people are this. So all through our lives, we're picking up these messages and we're internalizing them. And then
Yeah.
what happens when we internalize these messages, we now go out to live life and start looking for evidence of the things that we already believe. And when
Yeah.
you are looking for something, guess what happens? You find it. So here you
Yeah.
are, an adult now. I have accomplished so many things. And
I
now
believe.
it's time to live in abundance,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy your wealth, to have nice things. And you're battling with wealth is not good.
I'm
Having
not.
more,
Yeah. Yeah.
having more than enough is not good. If I do things to make more money come into my life, then I'm taking from somebody else.
Ooh, and it's not so.
It's not true. It's so not true.
Yeah, you are giving people, especially if you have something that they need, you're giving them an answer.
Exactly. Everything is an even exchange. If I
Yes,
buy, you sell. I get something, you get something.
yes,
There is not a
guys.
one-sided coin, a one-sided slice of bread. We cannot, no matter how much money one person makes, you cannot take from somebody else. And there are so many people in this world that believe that wealth should be capped. You should only be able to have this much. But that is a judgment on themselves. That is a
Yes, it's what
measure
they
of
believe.
what they
Yes,
believe they can and cannot do. So
yes.
if you had a limit, then I'll feel better about my mediocrity and my
Oh,
inability
girl, you are
to go
preaching
forth and
today.
do the work. And this is all the types of stuff that I unpacked in the Money Confidence School, because this is the type of stuff we got to get out of the way.
I know she's stepping on some of y'all toes, but guess what? Pull up your chair.
Unapologetically.
Oh, yes. Sister,
Unapologetically.
we
Because
needed this in this season. What's going on in this world? We need this. We need to clear those money blocks so that we can start making a legacy, creating a legacy of money for our children, a
for our children.
fortune. Yes.
100%. It's amazing how many people believe in the Bible and then believe you're not supposed to have more than enough when the Bible is full of examples of wealth, of prosperity.
Well, the Bible says you should leave an inheritance. A good man leave an inheritance for his children's children.
And
so how else are you going to do that?
Without money.
Okay.
How are you going to do that without money? But our society has programmed us to fear failure.
Yes. And it is nothing to fear. Failure is, and those are answers. This doesn't work. Try it another way.
I got another one for you. Failure is feedback.
Ooh.
It tells you something. If you try something and it doesn't work, that's feedback.
Yes.
I don't even believe in the word failure. I don't, because the only way you can fail is if you give up. If you stop working towards the thing, then that's a failure. But if you try something one time, it didn't work. Okay. I was in the Army for almost a decade.
Yeah.
One of the things that we do in the Army is called an AAR, an after action review.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go out on a mission, every time we do something, we will gather, and then the first thing we'll do is an after action review. Yeah. So let's break apart everything that we did, starting with what went well.
Yes.
What went well? And everybody would give their interpretation of what went well. So those are the things we're going to take and put in the bucket of things we'll repeat for the next mission that we're going on.
Because those things went well. Better. Yes, yes.
Right? And then the second part of the AAR is what needs to be improved.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we were conditioned to believe that we can fail. So if it doesn't work out after one try, oh, I'm a failure, people are going to laugh at me. No, that's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's feedback. So now you know, take the thing that worked really well, do it again.
Yes.
The thing that didn't work so good, push it to the side.
Adjust it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Push it to the side, or make it better for the second time. And you just keep doing that over and over and over. And eventually you'll get to the part where things work perfectly.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to block the noise.
Yes.
The Wright brothers, we can live in different countries, visit different countries, go from one place to another in a couple of matter of minutes or hours now, because the Wright brothers never gave up. When their father,
can you imagine if they given up?
Own father was in talks to put them in a mental institution because humans can't fly. Humans are not created to fly. We can't. What you're doing is impossible. You cannot do it. It cannot be done. Have my children lost their mind? Do they need to be institutionalized?
Wow.
Because they had a vision.
And the fathers.
And their own father who gave them birth did not believe.
And he's not wrong. The father's not wrong. So two things can be right at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah. It's impossible because he's never seen it done yet. But now they are going to create this new flying modality. They're going to create this new, a new path, a new way, a new opportunity.
Exactly.
And you're going to see, Dad, we're not crazy, but we're going to prove to you that
we have a bold vision.
Yes.
And sometimes, and a lot of the times when it comes to money, when we have a bold vision, we allow people who's never seen it, who's never walked it, who doesn't believe in it, to talk us out of it. And it's the same thing with money. Money's the easiest thing to make and the hardest thing.
It's because we want to be talked out of it, because we don't want to face the hardships. You want to be talked out of it. You know that it's hard. And so it's easier for you to stop doing it when someone discourages you. You're like, you know what? They discourage you. Because the other day I went on an attempt to do a 5-day water fast. And on the third day, I had someone start to talk me out of it. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm done. I know I could have gone on to 5 days because I know my mindset. I know the mentality that I have when I want to do something. But I was ready to be talked out of it when I look at when I looked at the real picture, I said, you know what? I was waiting for an opportunity to be talked out of it. When I reflect back.
Yep. And that's what's called taking responsibility. A lot of the times we want to cast blame. She made me do it. No one can make you do anything. At the end of the day, you made that decision. You know what? I agree with your agreement with my agreement.
Yes.
This is not going to work and I need to quit. And that's one of the reasons why we have to be careful with our money.
Yes.
Take responsibility for the things that you've done or things that you haven't done yet without casting
nobody's
blame.
fault but yours.
It's not, without blame.
Yeah.
Without blame. You can take responsibility without casting blame.
Yes.
Right? And if you have a big vision, if you have a goal to be wealthy, the only person that can talk you out of that goal is you. Now you can find people to agree with you. Right? You can find people to agree with you, or you can do it without getting discouraged. Right?
Keep going. Yeah.
You can keep going. You can keep doing it. But if there is doubt in you, it can be watered by other people.
Watered. You hear that, guys? I want you to pay attention to the words that she's using, because it's not that it's not that they're talking you out of something. It's because you already have that belief. So whatever they pour in, if it's positivity and you accept it, it's because they're watering your belief. And if it's negativity, they are watering something that you already believe. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're watering your doubt.
Yeah.
Right? And so when it comes to money and when it comes to wealth, that's what this book covers. Everybody likes to tell you about, do this, do that. If you don't do this, you're stupid. If you don't do that, and there's all of this name calling, all of this stuff. And I did it, and I went through this, and I was still able to do it. And nobody's talking to the person about the conversations that's going on in their head.
Wow.
The money confidence code enters the conversation in your head, number one. And number two, it reminds you of who you are.
What is the money confident method?
So the money confident method is 7 steps. Now, I'm not going to pretend I can rattle all 7 steps up to you without forgetting one, because I had a brain injury in the military, okay? So, so sometimes I can get through all 7
So you gotta buy the book.
Okay? But I can tell you what, let me see, let's see if I can get through all 7. So the very first one is the most important one, and that's your soul story. What stories are you telling yourself about your money? What stories are you allowing to take root in you about what's possible and what you can have or can do when it comes to your money? You got to be able to identify that first before you can do anything else. You got to get in touch with that story, or that LIE, because that's what it is. I don't deserve wealth according to whom? In what book and on what page?
Okay. Right? All right. I'm taking notes.
The second part of the confident money method is your sacred worth. Who you are as a person has nothing to do with how much money is or is not in your bank account. And your self-worth reflects your net worth and not the other way around. So the more confident you are in yourself, the more money you can bring in, keep, save, multiply, all the things you want to do with money. The third part of the confident money method is confident choices. Is either confident, I think it's your bold vision. I think bold vision comes before confident choices, right? So being clear, you got to be clear on what you want.
Yeah.
So many times we want all these big, beautiful things, but then we talk ourselves out of it. When I was struggling, the reason why I ended up in the Army was because as a 26-year-old, when I did eat, it was crackers and tuna, peanut butter and jelly, and ramen noodles. When I did have food, that's what it was as a 26-year-old. And that was the reason why I joined the military. I left for the military 3 days after my 27th birthday, because I decided that lifestyle was not for me. And being hungry was not what I was created to do.
Mm.
And I decided that I was going to do something about that situation so that I will never have to live like that again.
Okay, say you heard the operative word there was I decided. She made a decision.
A
It
decision.
is your decision. The power is in your hands.
And the minute you
Mhm.
make a decision that you want better, an opportunity shows up.
Mhm.
So the opportunity showed up in my
Yes.
best friend meeting an Army recruiter and referring the Army recruiter to me.
Mhm.
But how this ties into Bold Vision is because while I was there, hungry, no food, no money, sad, depressed, beating myself up like it was
Mhm.
a full-time job,
Mm.
I was able to pull myself up out of that pit long enough to ask myself, what do you want? And what I wanted back then was a car so I can get from point A to point B without freezing because I lived in New York and everybody knows
Yes.
it was cold and it's 10 times cold from someone who moved from the Caribbean. And I wanted my own house. I was subletting a room from a family, a room in a 2-bedroom apartment from a family of 7.
Yeah.
And I decided I wanted my own space. I wanted my own house. And in that moment, I went and I found pictures of that house that I wanted. I had all the specs of the house. It has to be at least 3,200 square feet. It had to be sitting on a lake. It had to
Mhm.
have this many bedrooms. It had to have this type of landscape. And then when I wrote it out, I went on the internet and plucked pictures of the internet of each room in the house and what I wanted it to look like. I got
Not just had you got very detailed
I got
on
oh,
your vision.
I can send it to you. I still have
Yeah,
it.
I
I
believe you.
I still have that. I put my house in capital letters, will have, and I had a whole list and I had a picture of the outside of the house and a picture for every room inside the house.
Talking about write it down and make it
Make
happen.
it happen. And I was dead
Hmm.
broke.
Yes,
Like my grandmother used to say, I didn't have 2 dimes to rub together to make him shine. I
but you
was
had a
dead
vision
broke. But that vision that I
and
had,
a mindset that I can do something to get to where I want to
I
go.
want to build to go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because you could have said no when that opportunity come. Hello, you know how many
Exactly.
times
And I
people
would
get
have if I
opportunity and
was
say
not
no?
clear. And I would have if I was not clear on what I wanted.
Uh-huh.
But I knew I wanted that house. I knew I
Mm-hmm.
wanted that car. And I knew I wanted the degrees. Those
Yes.
were the top 3 things I wanted when I
Yes.
was going through that. And I got super clear on what that was. And so the
And that was
opportunity
the vehicle that could give it to you at the time.
at the time, the Army was
Mm-hmm.
only because I was
Yeah.
27 years old, almost
Yeah.
27, with
Yeah.
no degrees,
Yeah.
with no car, never had owned a car in my life, and never had no place of my own to live.
But look at you now.
Okay, this is my 4th house, FYI.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, clock the
Okay.
and this is not the last. There is still a
Yes.
dream home that is going to be built,
Yes.
right? But being clear on what I wanted, people underestimate how important a bold vision is. So bold vision is the third thing that you got to get clear on.
Yes. Yes.
And once you get clear on your bold vision, then you can start making confident money choices. Because let me tell you why that's important.
Yes.
So many people try to talk me out of joining the military.
Mm-hmm.
And it all comes from a place of love. No
Yes.
one was trying to say, no, I don't believe that you can't do good. It's not that. I just don't want you to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
and well-meaning people can tell you things that can hurt you, but they
Yes.
mean well. So
Yeah.
that's why you got to be confident in yourself to make confident money choices. I knew the
Yes.
military was going to be the door opener to me, and that was not an opportunity I was going to waste.
Yes.
My dad was like, why don't you just join the police force? Absolutely not. That's not what I want.
That's not
I
what I
want
want.
to join the army. That's not what I want. That's not in alignment
Mhm.
with what I want. So let
I'm
me do
clear
this.
on my vision.
I'm
Yes.
clear on it.
So whenever, God forbid, you were to go in and whatever consequences you had to pay, you were willing to pay those because it was
Yes,
your choice. You didn't feel
my
like
choice.
someone was pushing you in that direction.
My
You
choice.
know, you were clear. This is what I want, and this is the vehicle I'm going to take to
Yes.
get there.
And we all have instincts. That's something
Mhm.
that's a gift that we were born with.
that we don't
all have
use.
instinct that we don't use. We allow other
Don't
people
use.
to use their instincts and their fears
Mm-hmm.
of failure on us. And then
Yes.
we end up working in jobs and in situations and being in relationships that we have no business being in because somebody else told us that it was going to be good, it was going to be safety there.
And disregard their own intuition. You
Your
disregard
own
the
intuition.
voice that was telling you, don't do this, do this. The more we practice listening to our inner voice, that
Mhm.
intuition, it's the better it get with communicating with you. And the
Exactly.
more
And the
the
more
more
we learn
you
to trust
communicate, the better.
ourselves.
Yeah, you'll be better off when you practice listening to that. You can trust yourself more.
Absolutely. And so
Yes.
that's one of the big things, learning how to trust your own financial intuition. So many
Yes.
times we know we're supposed to do something with our money, but we don't do it because we let somebody else talk us out of it.
Yeah.
Case in point, you know you're supposed to hire a coach.
Yes.
Your mind has been telling you, you've been looking at this person, you've been wondering for a long time, but you're not trusting yourself enough to make that decision to invest because
Mm.
you're thinking about what other people are going to think of you spending that type of money, and you're thinking about the money going out and not the value coming back in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
Confident
Yes.
money choices. You
Yeah.
have to learn to trust that instinct because if you can't trust your instinct, what makes you think you can trust somebody else's?
You're preaching.
Okay,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
so that's step number 4.
Learn to trust yourself. Yeah.
Learn to trust your own financial intuition. Number 5, I believe it's and this is where I start forgetting. So let me see if I can pull it up right quick.
Yeah.
Tell
I
when
think you are doing an excellent job so far because I'm going to review while you look. I'm going to review what I have. And I believe this was the most impactful for me. Your soul story. What are you
yes,
telling yourself about
that's where it
money?
starts.
Yeah.
That's
Your
where it starts.
sacred worth. That was number 2 that I have written down. What do you think you are worth?
Mhm.
Ooh, your confident choices. Are you making confident choices? Are you wishy-washy? Are you standing firm on your choices? Or
And
are
you're
you
dependent on other people to
are
make
you
those choices for you.
for you?
You got to
And
be
then
clear on your own.
got to be clear on your own. And then number 4, I have bold
Your
vision.
bold vision.
Yes.
Number 5 is your empowered action.
Your empowered action.
Empowered action. If there is something that you don't know about money, then you got to go find it.
Yeah.
Yes, when I signed my contract with the military in 2011, I signed my contract in March of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't leave for basic training until September 2011.
Mm-hmm.
6 months. Imagine being hungry, broke, don't have nothing to your name. You got an opportunity to make money and you got to wait 6 months.
Mm.
And I'm like, are y'all sure? I was like, I can be ready in 2 weeks. I say, I don't care what I got to do. I can leave in 2 weeks. It was like, no, ma'am, you cannot. We don't have space for you. Space opens up in September.
Oh, wow.
So I had 6 months after I
So
started
good thing you had made the decision early on also, because now your distress would have been prolonged
longed if I didn't
if
sign
you
when I
didn't
did.
sign up when you did. Yeah.
6 months. Delayed
Mm.
entry program. We call it DEP. I was in the
Mm.
delayed entry program for 6 months,
Still waiting.
waiting to leave after I
Yeah.
signed my contract. So
Yeah.
6 months before I can make money. So you know what I did with that 6 months?
What did you do?
Started learning everything I could put my hands on about money. Because I
Oh.
knew when that money hit my hands, it was going to multiply.
Oh, money's gonna love you.
Okay? Because if it didn't multiply, then I'm running the risk of coming back here, and I would rather die than be here again.
Oh,
So I
wow.
started
Oh, guys.
pouring,
Oh my
pouring.
God. You would rather die than be in that place, that
Would
space of
rather
want. Wow, 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 wow.
want,
You're gonna be like,
lack.
I'm burning the bridge. It's now or
Oh,
never.
baby, the whole bridge. I burned the bridge, the boat. I burned up. Everything got
Mm,
burned in that moment because I knew here, this was not a space for me. This is not, that space had its purpose, and it had
yeah.
fulfilled its purpose, and I am no longer coming back.
Yes.
So everything was burnt. So in order for me to make empowered actions, in order for me to take empowered action on the knowledge that I had to go increase my knowledge on money.
Yes. So
I
that's
had
where
to
you
go
learned
increase. So
about.
that's when I
Wait,
started doing
that's
everything.
5. I don't want you to miss 6 and 7. Empowered
Mhm.
action was 5.
Mm-hmm.
And what was 6?
No, we haven't hit 6 yet. We're still on
Oh,
empowered action.
okay. Okay.
We're still on empowered action. But I
Yes.
was able to take empowered action when I got the money because I knew what to do with it because I spent 6 months learning.
Yes.
I spent 6 months learning everything about credit, everything about saving, everything
Yes.
about everything that I can put my hands on.
Yes.
I spent hours and hours and hours on the computer, everything that I can do. I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't buy a lot of books. But
Yeah.
any book I can find, anything that I could afford to do,
Yeah.
I did it. So that when that money came into my hands, I knew, like I know,
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna lose it. I was gonna be able to hold on to it. I was gonna be able to multiply it. And there was also something else that I wanted. I wanted to retire my mother since I was about 12 years old. That
And that's a
was
sweet
another
one.
thing that I wanted to do. So
Mm-hmm.
besides the house and the car and the degrees, the reason why I wanted those things too was so that I can retire my mother. Because my mother
That's a
was
big why.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was a single mother, and I was there with her through the struggle. So I know what she went through as a single mother.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
wanted to stop that. So your why is also very important. Just to touch back on that a little bit. Number
Yeah.
6 is your wealth alignment.
Your wealth
Now,
alignment.
this is you being clear on what does wealth look like to you and aligning yourself with the actions and the things that are in alignment with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want it, but I don't deserve it. I want it, but I don't think it's possible. If you're telling me that you want to live, let's say you want to live in LA, but all along the way you keep giving yourself reasons as to why it can't happen, you're not in alignment with that vision,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
When you're in alignment with your vision, when you're in alignment with your wealth, you could start taking steps to get you there. So what does wealth look like to you? And here's the thing, most people stop at money when it comes to wealth, but what wealth is not money. You are
Say
able
that
to
again. Say that again because there's some
wealth
people in the back
is
that
not
went over their head.
money.
Okay. Yeah.
Wealth is not money.
Yeah.
Wealth is being there, number one, being healthy. That's the
Yes.
first thing, because you have nothing
Yes.
without good health.
Uh-huh.
And if I had kept eating how I was eating back then, I wouldn't have health today,
Mm-mm.
right? So getting into alignment with what wealth looks like for you, because what it is for me could be very different from what it is for you and
Yes.
him and her. So get into full alignment with what
Mm-hmm.
that wealth looks like, because now that you've taken care of the things that you wanted, there's more. So now we're talking about abundance. What is
Yeah.
that more than enough that you are promised, that you are expected to have, look like for you? So that's when I started investing. That's when I started, doing things to multiply my money. That's when I
Yeah.
started buying houses and renting them out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I
Yes.
had an end goal. And a lot of times we tend to think that you're supposed to trade your time for money and then
Ooh.
save your money and somehow make it to wealth.
I
And I
remember when I had that mindset, like, I needed to have, several jobs in order to make the amount of money I wanted, not
Mhm.
realizing that, girl, you can make money work for you and you have to give yourself permission to make money work for you.
Exactly. Money,
Ooh.
you can never outwork money. You
Mm-mm.
can never work harder than money, because guess
No.
what? Money don't need time off. Money
Mm-hmm.
doesn't get sick. Money can
Mm-hmm.
work 24/7, 365. You cannot,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So you got to get into that place where you're now turning your dollars into employees,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you can trade all the time. Time is a limited resource. Your time will run out.
Yes.
So you got to learn how to then put your money in vehicles that's able to make money when you're sleeping, because you can never save your way to wealth. That money that you're saving is dying, sitting
Yes.
in that
You
savings
got to
account,
invest that money, save it up to a certain point and invest it. Yep.
and start investing. And then
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
last point is your legacy. Your legacy. The
Yes.
last step in the confident money method is your legacy. And like I touched on earlier, my legacy started with me taking care of my mother.
Mm.
That's where my legacy started.
Yes.
50% of what I do is to make sure that she is okay.
Amen.
Because yes, she chose to have me. Yes, I'm choosing to take care of her.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure that she is okay. So what are we leaving behind?
And you're so young. I mean, this is beautiful that we're having this conversation when you're strong and able to do this at this age, you could, you could be thinking about this 20 years down the line, but then you've done so much in retiring your mom, and you don't have just one home. The vision was a home, but now you have 4 and more to come, more in the pipeline, not just more
Yeah.
to come, but more in the pipeline.
There,
You're a best-selling author. You have done so much, and there's so much more to
there
be
is so
done.
much more. And I
Yeah.
don't stop because as you live, you get more experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
while I was hyper focused on my mom, which will never change,
Yeah.
one person that I didn't mention in this equation was my grandmother, my
Mm-hmm.
mother's mother. And when she passed in 2021, I got hit with a very, very, very sobering realization
Mm.
that here is my beloved grandmother that lived to 75 and never truly lived.
Mm.
She never truly lived. Everybody knew my grandmother as the one they would come to when they were in trouble. They needed a
Mm-hmm.
place to stay or they needed a plate of food. She was
Mm-hmm.
everybody's mommy, everybody's auntie,
Yeah.
everybody's grandma. She was everything to everybody for free and nothing to herself.
Yes.
And she never truly lived. From time to time, my mom and I would talk about her. And I think it was 2 years ago, we were standing in my kitchen talking about my grandmother. And it's so funny because I call my grandmother mommy because we grew up in an extended family household. So my
Yeah.
grandmother was my first mommy. My mother, I
Yes.
called her by her name until my first brother was born. And then I decided I didn't want my brother calling my mother by her first name. So I'm going to not call my mother by her first name anymore. And
Okay.
6, mind you, I was 6
Yeah. Yeah.
that time.
But very smart. Yeah.
Right. And so I made a decision, I don't want my baby brother to call my mom by her first name. So I'm going to start calling my mother, Ma, so that
Uh-huh.
people will call her Ma. So I have my Ma and my mommy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I had my great grandmother for a little while too, but she passed when I was like about maybe 7 years old. So I have faint memories of her.
Oh,
But
okay.
my grandmother, my mother and I were talking about her, and she said something that literally, if you hadn't hit me with a feather, I would have fallen over.
Ooh.
And she said, Mommy could have sang so beautifully. Mommy had such a beautiful voice. She used
Mm-hmm.
to sing like an opera singer. And I zoned out. And it was like everything got blurry around me. And my mother's talking, and I'm not hearing a word she's saying because
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out, when did I ever hear my grandmother sing? Are you freaking kidding me? It was like her death had happened all over again.
Because now you're grieving her talent that you never,
That no,
you never got to see come alive.
listen, I am special.
Mm.
Everybody is special, but I'm even more special when it comes to my grandmother because I'm her
Yeah.
first granddaughter.
Yes.
I'm her first grandchild.
Mm.
I was her only granddaughter for 32 years.
Yeah.
Anybody should know anything about my grandmother, it should be me.
Yes.
And I didn't know that. I felt it was the hurt that I felt in that moment could not be expressed.
Mm. Did you feel like you didn't get to spend the time to know her well enough?
I knew her. I grew up with her. I
Yeah.
loved her. I had all the time with my grandmother. I moved to the States because my grandmother moved to the States. If my
Yeah.
grandmother had never left, I would never be living in the United States. I only
And
moved
you
in
didn't know that, and it hurt you so much.
because it hit me with the work that I'm doing with other women and the work that I've been doing with other women. It hit me that part of the reason why we die with our talents is because we can't afford to express it. And because we can't afford to live life and to sing, everything else kind of dies after it. That's what hit me. My grandmother did not sing because she was too sad to sing.
Mm.
That's the only reason why people don't sing their song.
Because they're too sad.
They were
Oh
too
my
sad to sing.
God.
And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And in that moment, when I finally came back somewhat, I made a promise to myself that I would do everything within my power to help women live and sing their song before they die. Because it's
Oh,
not fair. It's not fair to me that I never heard that voice. It's not
Yes.
fair to me that she was so sad or so depressed, not depressed. I don't want to make it sound like my grandmother was very funny, had a
Yes,
big
yes.
bubbly personality. You always feel love in her presence.
But there
And
had to be a shift for her not to be able to
but
sing
for
or
her
hum
to
or, you know?
sing,
Yeah.
I was in my late 30s when my grandmother died.
Ooh.
And I never heard her voice. Not in that way, right? And that to me just let me know how much stuff she had piled up on top of her voice that it just she wasn't able to express it.
Yeah.
And so when I coach, I'm not just coaching you on your money, I'm coaching you on you because I want to hear your voice and I want your grandchildren to hear your voice as well.
Yes.
I want you to be able to afford to live life and use the talents that God gave you. So money is just a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Money is up there with oxygen. We can't do anything without it.
Without it, it's
It's right
absolutely,
up
you
there,
certainly can't.
right?
Yeah.
All of these
Yeah. You
this
putting it in the right category.
money.
You cannot
Money
live
is not
without it.
important. I don't know why everybody make everything about money. Y'all greedy, y'all this, y'all that. Okay, then try living without
Try
money.
living without
And
it.
how that works for
Try
you.
going to that church you love to go to so much without money.
Okay,
They need money to keep that roof over your head on
exactly,
Sunday. Yep. Try having a
exactly.
home without it. Try
Try
finding
eating.
food without it.
Try going
You
to
know.
work.
You know.
Go to work
So
for free
yeah.
then. If money isn't
It,
everything, then you go work for Amazon or the
or whoever.
hospital or whoever you want. Go work for free. Go volunteer your
Mm-hmm.
time for free. If money isn't everything.
Mm.
Money is so much more than what we make it out to be, but we are afraid to have more of it because of all of the junk that we make ourselves believe about it that is not true. So
And
when
because I want to make a point that because it is as necessary as air, you don't put it on a pedestal.
no,
And you don't underestimate it. It
mhm,
is just as necessary as water. You don't put water on a pedestal. You don't put air on a pedestal. It's just needed.
it's a tool. That's it.
Period.
We get so into this money thing and don't realize money is a tool.
Mm.
If our family had money, my grandmother would have been able to use it to probably launch her career,
She would have, yes.
right?
There would have been a different narrative.
Exactly. It's a
Uh-huh.
tool that you use to an exchange for
Yes.
something else. All the money that's coming in right now, you're using it for some in exchange for something. Nobody is sitting there and piling their money high and putting rubber bands around it and watching it. Because if you did
Mm-hmm.
that, you'll just be sitting outside somewhere under a bridge somewhere watching it. And how long could you do that for? Money is a tool you
It's
exchange for
true.
the thing that really means the most to you.
Yes.
That's it. And you can have as much or as little of it as you desire.
Yes.
But when you tell yourself it's unattainable, you force yourself to settle for less than, and then you make excuses.
And we're not about to do that now.
And
We have Janeil Pierre, and she has given us the money confidence code, and we are going to crack the code. Whatever it is that you desire in your life, you can crack the code to achieve that. Please tell the people how they can continue to follow you and be a part of your tribe.
so you can follow me everywhere at Janeil Pierre, Jan before EIL, like it's a Neil Armstrong, the astronaut,
Yeah,
right? You can follow me everywhere at Janeil Pierre, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, and there's one more, Instagram.
that's right. And so there's so much to learn and
Mhm.
so much to get from this book. But we can't learn it all today. So you guys have to go out there and get the book. Where can they get the book?
Right now it's on Amazon. So you just type
Yes.
in the money confidence code and it will come right up. You can get it on Kindle, hardcover, and soft copy.
And they can also get it on your website.
And on my website.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So please go out there and support and get the money confidence code if you want to change your life. If you want to be a millionaire and leave a legacy for your children's children, like the Bible said we should, then get the money confidence code. I am inviting you to be a guest to my private elite C suite coaching because this is something that we talk about all the time. So I can't wait for you to come and enlighten us. Before you go there, oh my God, I wanna, you gotta come back. Oh,
Anytime. I would love
yes,
to continue this conversation because this conversation is it's an attention grabber to bring into your awareness.
it's necessary.
And then after you have been made aware, now it's time to change. Now it's time
Yes.
to do things to give you a different result. So I would love to continue this conversation for what do we do now that we have the awareness? How do we bring more wealth into our lives without guilt, without shame, and without burnout?
Guys, you see what I'm talking about? I be bringing you the gems, okay? So you're not just getting information, you can implement these and change your life.
Absolutely.
What's a bold promise that you can share with the audience that can
Mm.
help them change their life?
A bold promise is I promise you that if you start the journey to becoming everything you need to become, you will have everything that you desire to have. I promise you.
That's a promise, guys. So take action. What's a bold statement that you can share with the audience that will cause a paradigm shift?
Mm, let me see. Let's see if we can get something really good here.
Yes.
Something
Everything you said is good so far. So, girl, it's just going to be more gems.
I know but when I have to think about it on purpose, it's something else.
Ah,
Oh, let me see. A paradigm shift with money. Mm, money is obedient.
mhm,
And I said that and I felt it all the way down to my toes. Money
mm.
is obedient. Anything that you tell money to do, it will do. And if you don't get in the habit of telling your money what to do, other people will. And then
Ooh,
you're going to be sitting there wondering, where did my money go? But money is obedient. And
okay.
you don't tell it what to do. They will, and they'll take it right out of your pocket. And you'll be
Okay.
wondering where it went.
So, money is obedient, so we have to tell it what to do.
Mhm.
So, you mean all this time, if we just told money what to do and like, we're gonna be a millionaire by X time, and if you tell the money go this way, it's gonna go there.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
So
Whatever you tell it to do.
we need to start talking. We need to start talking the money language.
Yeah, 100%.
Love it. Yeah. Okay. I love it. What's a bold move that you'd like to make in the future?
Oh gosh, I have so many. I've always been a big thinker, big dreamer. If you need someone to talk you out of something, don't ever come to me. Ever.
That's right.
Because I will talk you into the thing and then add 10 more things on top of it. Don't make it 10 times bigger. So if you want somebody to say, don't join the military or don't invest in this or don't start your business, don't come to me because by the time you're done, by the time I'm done with you, you'll have 10 businesses. Oh,
I
um,
love that.
so being silly, I forgot the question. Can you repeat?
What's a bold move that you'd like to make in the future?
So one of the bold moves that I want to make in the future is 75,000 women
Hmm.
adding becoming millionaires, and each
Seven.
75,000 or 1,000 women for every year of my grandmother's life.
Okay, because I was gonna ask what's the significance? Why 75,000?
Yeah, 75,000 for every year of my grandmother's life in honor of her. Because she
Mm.
didn't have a me, but the women that are connected to me and that will be connected to me in the future, they have me, and I never stop learning. I always
Yes.
have something new to add. And I want to create or unleash, because it's already in them. I want to help
Yes.
them uncover the millionaire in them.
Wow.
So that's one of the bold moves that I'm making in the future.
Yeah. So there will be like a special community for the
Yeah,
75,000 women.
yeah, it's going to be a whole movement. It's
It's
going
a
to be a movement.
movement.
The confident money movement.
Oh
And
my God.
the words confident and money are next to each other for a reason.
Yes. Wow. What an incredible and empowering conversation. Thank you, Janeil, for being so generous with your wisdom. You've given us 7 money confident methods.
Mhm.
You've shared your vulnerability and your truth because, that's who you are. You're so unapologetic and authentic.
Thank
Guys, the Money Confidence Code isn't just a book. So please go out there and get it. It's a mirror, it's a blueprint, and it's a breakthrough for so many of us who are ready to stop surviving and start thriving financially and emotionally. Before we go, please get the Money Confidence Code. It's on Amazon. You'll get it within a day or two because you know how that is.
you.
And we also have it on our bookstore in boldpublishings.com. You can get it there. And if you get it there, it goes, all proceeds goes exactly to the author. So you can get it there. And if you have a message or some lessons that you would like to share and you'd like to start building your legacy, give me a call or send an email to authordnicholson@gmail.com so I can help you to get your book idea out of your head and onto paper, and so you can make some money, honey.
Yes, let's do it.
Thank you, Janeil Pierre, for coming. And just one last word before you go, if you have anything to say to the audience before you go.
It's time. It's
Yes.
time. It's time to step into your wealthier self. You know that you are the one designated to change your family's legacy. And the time is going to go by anyway. So let's do it. Let's start taking the steps towards creating the type of legacy that you will be proud to leave behind and your grandchildren will be proud to repeat.
You heard it, guys. You're the one. Don't wait for someone else to save you. You are the one. Okay? You're the chosen one. So thank you, Janeil.
Thank you,
God
Dr.
bless
Baby.
you.
Thank you for joining us for the Bold Book of the Day with Dr. Denise Nicholson, a central hub and a safe space for authors to share their stories. Follow Dr. Denise on Facebook and Instagram at Denise Nicholson or go to denisenicholson.com. Remember, no one can share your story better than you.